The next topic is Freud's views of slip of tongue. A Freudian slip, as this slip has been named after Freud, is also called parapraxis. It's an error in speech, memory, or physical action that is interpreted as occurring due to the interference of an unconscious subdued wish or internal train of thoughts. The concept is a part of classical psychoanalysis. Now, it is called Freudian slip because Freud has conducted a study in which he has seen and observed very trivial jokes or trivial errors that have been committed, and he believes that these errors, they reveal the hidden thoughts. They reveal the thoughts which we suppress, and somehow in our utterances they emerge, they are surfaced and are uttered, although they are comical in their nature. But yet it's an interesting field of study. According to Freud, it provides insight into the unconscious thoughts of an individual. In his studies, he has also mentioned that whatever we suppress, sometimes they are unacceptable in the social condition or in the social context. And although we do not attend to, but since we have multiple thoughts, we have more than one thoughts to convey, these thoughts are uttered and they cause these slips. Gina Pincott suggested that around one or two errors are committed daily or are committed per 1,000 words that we say. That amounts to somewhere between 7 and 22 verbal slips during an average day, depending on how much a person talks. Again, the notion that they provide insight into the unconscious thoughts is something that we need to look at in the following slides. Now, ideas that are on our mind tend to influence the kinds of speech errors we make. This actually lies at the heart of Freudian slips views. Again, as we know that Freudian slip, it's a verbal or memory mistake that is believed to be linked to the unconscious mind. Now, these slips supposedly reveal the real secret thoughts and feelings that people hold. Unconscious thoughts sometimes lead to misinterpreting a written or spoken word. Now, when we say that errors reveal unconscious thoughts, beliefs, or wishes, we are looking at the phenomena which take us to the aspect of some information which is not accessible or not visible. It becomes visible only through slips of tongue. Freud says in one of his studies, and I quote, "Almost invariably, I discover a disturbing influence from something outside of the intended speech." He further says, and I quote, "The disturbing element is a single unconscious thought which comes to light through the special blunder." Unquote. According to Freud, these errors reveal unconscious thoughts, and he says two factors seem to play a part in bringing to consciousness these substitutive names. And what are those substitutive names? First, the effort of attention, and second, the inner determinant which adheres to the psychic material. He also suggested in his book that besides the simple forgetting of proper names, there is another forgetting which is motivated by repression. So it is not simply the forgetting as a simple process that you forget names. The other forgetting is motivated by repressions, It's about repressing the particular piece of information or repressing a particular thought or wish. That is what needs to be looked at with reference to Freud's slips. He also believes that unacceptable thoughts or beliefs are withheld from conscious awareness, and these slips help reveal what is hidden in the unconscious. Wagner developed what he referred to as a theory of ironic process to explain why suppressing certain thoughts can be so difficult. Now, few studies have supported Freud's idea that unconscious or even suppressed thoughts can increase the likelihood of verbal errors. And in one classic experiment, Harvard psychologist Daniel Wagner, he conducted a study in which he asked participants to engage in a stream of consciousness verbalization for 5 minutes. People just talked about whatever passed through their minds for a brief period. The catch was that Wagner asked them not to think about a white bear. Whenever they did think about a white bear, they were supposed to ring a bell. What Wagner found that those who had been asked not to think about a white bear thought of it an average of once per minute. Based on these findings, Wagner developed what he referred to the theory of ironic process. While certain parts of the brain, according to which, suppress the hidden thoughts, another part of our minds occasionally checks in to make sure that we are still not thinking about it. So, ironically, bringing the very thoughts we are trying to keep hidden to the forefront of our minds. So, this also supports Freud's views that they reveal what is suppressed or what is hidden in our conscious mind. To conclude, according to Freud, unacceptable thoughts or beliefs are withheld from conscious awareness, and these slips help reveal what is hidden in the unconscious. Although the nature of Freud's plans differ from those discussed by other researchers, the process involved may actually be rather quite similar.